Well, hello, everyone. This is Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I'm here at my Cards by Christine studio, which in about a week or so will be back to hopping, I think. I've got my first class slated for next Wednesday, May 27th, and I have 8 people signed up. So I will have a full house. I'm capping all my classes at 8 right now, so that we can be at least 5 or 6, let's say 6 feet apart, so that we can be within the social distancing guidelines. Yay! So that's a little bit about what I've got coming up. Super excited. So hi, Kelly. So I will also pull all you girls up so I can watch along with you. I love to be able to answer your comments as soon as I see them come in. Hi, Soledad and Isabella. How are you girls doing? Isabella's been a card making machine lately. It's awesome. So she's making lots of cards and using some stuff up and getting new stuff. So excited. I'm curious when your girls' starter kit is coming. So, all right, I have you up. Diane's with us. And I've got a bunch of other people watching too, so yay! I didn't charge my cell phone today, so I have, I've got to keep it plugged in. So, well, I have some exciting news today. I think that if some of you are on the A Stamp Above team or the Be Happy Stampers team, you've heard that I met 2 milestones today in my Stampin' Up! Career. I've been working at one of these goals for over a year, and the other goal just happens naturally as you progress with sales. And so my first goal that I met, hi Peggy, thanks for sharing, girls, as well. I really appreciate it when you share. Peggy, I'll stick a catalog in with the kits when Jean picks them up tomorrow, just so you know. Isabella, you learned from the best. Oh, you're so sweet. So one happened first, and Elaine Rebeck dropped off an order for me today, and when I put that order in along with some of the things that I needed for myself, I hit $200,013 in sales or purchases. We don't judge, remember? So that's not all sales. Some of that is mine, I have to say. But oh my gosh, I hit $200,000, and Stampin' Up! Rewards you for every $100,000 in sales. You get a $1,000 bonus. Hi, Chris. So thanks for sharing, Diane. So I got a $1,000 bonus in my little, so you get a little, when you go into your team reports, you get a little pie chart about what your income is. And so there was $1,000 there sitting because I hit 200,000. So that's super, super exciting. I knew back in December that I was getting close, and I was trying to do the math, and I thought, oh, sometime in April or May, I will get it. And here it is. Hi, Ruth. So 2 hours later, big money, right, Diane? Yeah. So, well, let's back up a little bit. So last year, a carload of us girls went to Minneapolis to go to the OnStage convention, and some girls on my team set some goals in their sights on achieving promotions. And so I'm very happy to report that Julie Gillen promoted to silver last night. Yay, way to go, Julie. So I'll be announcing that in a little bit on both of our team pages, Kelly's and mine. And so Julie's daughter signed up to be on her team. Yay, so exciting. And Julie promoted to silver. So that's super exciting. So when Julie promoted to silver, it was a domino effect. So when Julie promoted to silver, that helped Naughty Nancy. Naughty Nancy has 4 on her team, including Julie. And now she has a silver on her team. And today, Yvette Lobajeski signed up on Naughty Nancy's team, which caused Naughty Nancy to promote to Silver Elite because she has 5 gals. And when Naughty Nancy promoted to Silver Elite, it helped promote me to Gold. And it was a wow moment. It was so exciting. So a lot of pieces finally fell into place. I could never have tried to make it happen within 2 hours of each other. But hey, so I also will get a gold necklace from Stampin' Up! And I think I get a bonus flex points too, I think. So yay, flex points are used to buy things. So all right, so that's some exciting news. I'm like, I think we need to have some big parties when this whole thing is done and behind us. So, and actually that's coming up. So I've got my catalog launch parties coming up in June, and we have celebration parties. Yes, I have 4 celebrations in early June for the people that earn them. I just did not want to do those events as virtual events, so I kept rescheduling them. They were originally in April, then they got pushed to May, and now they're going to happen in June. So I had like 30 some people that earned a free spot at the celebration. So yay! So we're going to be doing some parties, and then the She Shet's going to be done. Hey Shar, thanks for sharing. So then we're going to party when the She Shet's done. So yay! Okay, so no progress was made yesterday on the project because it was cold and windy here. So today, though, my plumber showed up with 2 guys and a little excavator, and they did the rough-in for the plumbing because there is going to be a toilet and a sink in the She Shed out there. So and a drain. And gold is good. Yep, you're putting up a She Shed. Yeah, I definitely need those bonuses to help pay for some of this. Oh my God, my plumber told me today it was gonna be about $4,500 to do that. I'm like, oh, I thought it was gonna be about $2,000. Oh my gosh. So I'm just at the point where with a project as well, you can only plan for so much, and I'm at the point where there's like the point of no return, like the Phantom of the Opera, the point of no return. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're gonna just keep going. So yes, but anyways, yeah. So drilling through concrete today with that noise, so that happened today. So very happy the electrician was over today, and he did his rough-in. And tomorrow I should have the city over for an inspection, and then hopefully doing the final grade on Thursday. So boom, progress, yay. So what do we have? A couple notes from last night. Well, tonight we're gonna make a card. So it's gonna go kind of quick. I just have 1 card. I promise I won't keep you here for 2 hours like last night. But I did wanna remind everybody, oh my gosh, you girls are writing such great recommendations. So my cousin Kelly likes to keep the Facebook up, and one of the ways that she likes to keep it fresh is by having people write recommendations, because then when I get new people to me and they're looking at my webpage or the Facebook business page, people can see that, hey, I'm a real person and I really care for my customers and my team. And so they see your comments, and that might inspire them to want to stamp with us. And so she does on a quarterly basis. She wants me to do a drawing, and the drawing is for a half-off item. It cannot be for a Paper Pumpkin subscription or a suite, but it can be almost anything else. And so once a quarter, she asks me to have you write reviews. And you girls, a handful of you have written reviews, and you're so sweet and you're so kind. And I loved reading them, so it made me feel good. I don't do it to make myself feel good, because to ask you girls to write reviews. I do it for a business aspect to help others who are trying to find a good demonstrator. When they see what you write, then that helps them and encourages them to come to me. So yes, I have a handful of people that wrote reviews and wanted to be in the drawing for a half-off item, and I'm going to be closing that sometime this weekend. And I will, what am I going to do? I'll do a live drawing for that with everybody's names. So yay! So Elaine, you, I don't know if you were on first thing, but your order helped tip me over the 200,000 today. I mean, all of your orders, everybody through this whole time that I've been a demonstrator have helped me get to this point. But Elaine, your specific order today was the one that I put in and it helped me go over. So thank you. So all right. So that was the recommendation thing. And then after I make the card today, I'm going to do a live drawing. So I gave away a half-off marker set last week, and Stacy Ray won it. And I had a lot of people on my team. They were like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have won. I wish I would have won. And I'm like, oh, I wish you could win too. So I closed another order today, and I have another half-off marker that I offered to somebody on my team for participating in my team swap party. So I thought I might as well do that drawing live here too, because a lot of you girls watch all the time. So we'll do that after I'm done making a card. So that's it in a nutshell. So let me flip the camera down. And I think if you girls saw, oh, I got a new chair today, and it's really nice. It's a lot better than my butt. So it's got extra padding. So, all right, so let me flip this down. So this is a card that we're gonna make. And if you watched my year in review party, you might have seen this card. Oh, and here you can see my phone going over here. I'll put that there. So this is the card that I made, I believe it was July of last year. Yes, I remember these dates. They get ingrained in my head for some reason. So So this was using a stamp set called Geared Up Garage. And every time that I see the set, I absolutely always think of Brenda Credwig, a friend of mine who I work with at Wells, and this, because she has made so many gorgeous cards using this bundle. She has a lot of guys in her life that love guy cards, and they just are these car cards is what I meant to say. And so she's shown me so many pictures of cards she's made with the set. And so I always think of her now with this set. So I had an extra set, one kit left over. I don't know how I had one, but I had one. And what I wanted to do was go through how I made this exploding car card. So, all right, I'm trying to get rid of some glare for you girls because I hate seeing glare on the camera. So let's put a pen down there. That will help with that situation, I think. There we go. All right, maybe. So, all right. So this exploding car card, oh my gosh, I want that to go away. Let's put this here like that. How's that? Good deal. So it's not complicated, but it's not the easiest thing to do either. So I remember in this class, people that didn't feel comfortable doing this, they had me help them. So there's not a lot of paper that goes with this one. There's a basic gray card base, and this is your traditional 8.5 by 5.5. I have a piece of Whisper White that goes in the inside, and I've already stamped that. It says all geared up to celebrate, which is part of the stamp set. And then I have the car driving onto the page. So I do that a lot if it's a bigger stamp, like this car would have taken up the whole bottom page here. And I don't know, that could look cool, but I made it look like I like to write in my cards, so I only put half the car in here. But when you're using this at home and you want to stamp the whole car, you can definitely put the whole car in. But I don't have a problem with myself having things half off the page like that because it looks like it's driving into the page. So I've already got that stamped, and that is the stamp that comes in this set right here. Now, I tried to make a purple Mustang, and my boyfriend and people in class were like, nope, they didn't make them in that color. So I was like shot down. So I hope that there's red. I'm pretty sure there's red. What kind of sports car isn't in red? So blue would be pretty too. But here we have that. That's our inside. So I have that all done. I've colored them with the car with the dark cherry, or it's actually light cherry cobbler, dark basic black, and light smoky slate. And I stamped, you can see here, I stamped it on the one side and I didn't like how high it was. So I definitely flipped it over and stamped on the other side. Remember, two sides to every piece of paper. So that goes in like that. All right. I've already die cut out some of the gears, and I apparently cut out the different one. There's a bunch of gears in here, and I apparently, I cut out these right here, but I think in my card here, I used that one and that one and that one, and so they were bigger, and I wasn't gonna worry about it. I figured, these are all cut out of pretty silver paper, so I'm not gonna fuss about it, and we'll put those down there. I've already cut out the best dad, and I was really concerned because when I stamped it, it looks like that, and when I went to go die cut it, I tried to use this die. I haven't used this for a while. I tried to use this die right here when I tried to cut it out. And I'm like, well, that's just not right. It's way too big for it. So I was looking at the other dies that are in here, and I realized that this is the actual die that's used for cutting this one out. And what it actually does, it's kind of confusing because it has all this extra stuff on the side. So what it does is it cuts out the middle, and then it also cuts out this frame, and you can then pop up the middle thing, the middle sentiment, to give it a little bit of a 3D effect. So I thought that was kind of neat. I guess I never used that die before, because on the other cards I used for class here, I used that bigger die, and we stamped other things in here. Like You Did It or Happy Birthday. I actually didn't use this, it says Best Dad. But I thought Father's Day's coming up, and somebody tonight is gonna get to win this card for liking, commenting, and sharing. Yay, hi Stormy. So Elaine said her husband was so impressed with those cogs. What's cogs? Sometimes when I read stuff, I don't know exactly what it is. So Elaine, you're gonna have to tell me what cogs are. All right, so what I've also prepped on here is, this is embossed with the brick and mortar embossing folder. It's definitely carrying over, which is awesome. I love the brick and mortar. And you're wondering, well, your card looks super dark. Well, that's because I grabbed out my tried and true sponge that has a little bit of love going on with it. So we'll go ahead and do that together. And what you do with your sponge is just dip it into your ink pad. And now, you girls remember that if you've watched me in the past, we've done sponging. You want to make sure you start off the page first and then work your way onto it so that you don't get it super streaky, I guess you would say. So, and also remember to go in a circular motion. Less is best to begin with. It's kind of a little red. I must have red in here, so let's just do that. So we're gonna have a red brick wall. It's gonna look like a bank. So did you see what happened? I don't know if I cleaned out my sponge properly and it was giving me a little red. You guys probably can't see that in the camera, but whoever gets this card is definitely gonna see it. So I'm always starting off the edge and then working my way onto the paper. And you can see, I'm gonna bring this up so you can just see this. You can see that it's starting to get darker here because that's where I'm starting with the ink. So, and I'm gonna start on this side and work my way in. And what I'm trying to do is get the edges of the bricks to look like they are darker so that it adds dimension and character to our brick wall. I mean, the brick wall folder in and of itself is pretty amazing for a folder. And I know that Isabella is watching this right now, and she just scored herself some mats like this that are embossed with different images on them. And Isabella, this is something that you can do to really enhance your embossed image on your paper. So I know you have some ink at home. I'm not sure if you have sponges, Isabella, but you can definitely, the Stampin' Up! Has sponges, so make sure you put that on your wish list. So just know that the harder that you press, the more ink is going to be going onto your paper and more distinguished it's going to look. Now, you can put as much or as little on as you want. So now you can kind of see, look at that. Doesn't that look awesome? Do you remember what it looked like before I started? So Tammy, you remember this card, yay. Oh, haven't you seen the Jetsons with Cogsworth Cogs, the gears in the bottom right corner? Oh my gosh, Angela, no. I watched, maybe a handful of the Jetsons, but I didn't remember about the cogs. So, yeah, I'm glad. Thank you for explaining that to me. Oh my gosh. Okay, blast from the past, right? So, I don't remember, I do remember the Jetsons growing up, but I more was raised on Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street. So that's what I got my fill of. So look at that. Okay. So I think that I'm going to call that good. I think I did the other one, maybe just a little bit darker. So if you want to, you can, when you're doing this card at home, you can definitely add more or less. Well, you can't add less, but you can add more or leave it less colored. So I think I'll do just a little bit more. But the main thing is just to do the circular motion. And you can see what I started to do was just go straight onto it and go for it. So, all right, boom. So we've got our brick wall done. So don't forget to shut your pads up right away. We have our brick wall done. I did the car already. So what I've got here is the little car cut out. And I did him in cherry cobbler and the blend. What I'm gonna do, I notice he looks a little streaky, so I'm just going to smooth out some of his coloring just to make him look less streaky. Oh, and I'm gonna do a little right there. Okay, so that's ready for us, that's ready for us. Now you're wondering like, well, Chris, you gotta do the main thing. This car's gotta be popping out of the wall, right? So, oh, the pressure's on. So here's my lovely old, like probably 20-year-old, 15-year-old Stampin' Up! Pen, my cutting pen. It's an X-Acto knife type thing. And so there is no rhyme or reason to this whole explosion of the car going through the brick wall. So you just have to go with it. And what we're gonna do is we have a cut this way, a cut this way, a cut, a cut, a cut. So I'm just gonna go for it. We wanna practice safety. I am live and on camera, so I will try not to cut myself under all this, this this pressure. But all I'm doing is I'm holding it like kind of firm in the back, and I'm making sure that I'm not gonna cut where my finger is. That is my number one goal. So I've got my finger curled back. I don't have it like this, I promise. All right, so what we're gonna do is you wanna take like little cuts. And so I'm gonna go 1. So that did not cut through it. Depending on the blade that you have, you wanna, oh, it did go through it. You just wanna be careful. If you have a duller blade and you try to push into your paper and cut it, you're gonna end up with the little, I call them hairs or little fuzzies on your paper. So there's the 1, and then we're gonna come over from this angle, and I'm gonna go like, I'm eyeballing it, so I'm gonna go like this, and I am going all the way to where they meet here at the peak, and I made sure my finger wasn't back there, so there's that one. Now we're gonna do one from the side here, and I'm gonna go right about here and meet at that peak, so now I've got these 2 going on. And you can see here, because I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's little fuzzies right on here. And that's because I tried to go straight for it. So I'm thinking that when I did this the first time, I made a soft little first cut, and then I went over it. And the goal is to not get those little fuzzies. And if you get them, you can just shave them off and you'll be fine. Then, so there's that one. And it looks like we have one more over here. So we're gonna go from this angle right here. Just cut that right open. So look at this. So now, oh, get the cutting mat. No! I used the cutting mat and I cut right through the cutting mat and it like cut it in half. The cutting mat didn't like me. This is an X-Acto knife. Like if I cut through here, it's gonna like cut my paper. So I promise you, I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna be safe. You girls at home, you can definitely use a cutting mat. I encourage you to do such. That is a good idea, Char. That's very good. I have my little fuzzes on here, so I'm just gonna use my scissors, and actually that is a sticky scissors. It's my glue scissors, so it's catching. So pretend with me that you don't see the scissors sticking. Okay, so now you're wondering what's next. We got our explosion going on. Now this is where I'm gonna put that over there. I'm gonna just grab a pen, and you could use any kind of pencil pen that allows you to roll paper, but paper will not just fold back. You gotta give it some help, and by rolling it with the pen, it doesn't bend the paper, but it allows for it. See, look what it does? It curls it like that. So you're gonna take that on each one of these pieces or these triangles, and roll your paper back. So how many of you girls, besides the girls that did this in class with me, how many of you have ever made an exploding car or exploding wall that like you had to cut something like this and roll the paper back? I'm curious. God. A cutting board, yes, okay. I could say a cutting board. That one I could see doing. But yeah, I've wrecked a couple mats in the past 20 years of my stamping career, and I've learned not to cut into a mat with an X-Acto knife. It just doesn't work so good. So, all right, this is where we're at so far. I think this is my top. So, all right, I think that we've got that set up pretty good for our car to come exploding out of there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put adhesive or liquid glue along the edges here, and I wouldn't touch those little triangles that are exploding out quite yet, but I am gonna put a little glue all the way around there. That's a little bit more glue than I normally put on. You probably were thinking, wow, she just used a lot of glue, more than she normally does, and that was true. So I just didn't want all my parts to come up. So, all right, so that's what we've got so far, and the car is going to be coming out like this, and that's kind of go flat. So I have here this little part that needs to get so gently trimmed there. And what I did, I don't know if I did on any of these actually. I only put a little bit of dimensional right behind this one here. And I did that so that it stays kind of flat like that. So we're gonna get that to go so like that. All right, so that's the one that's like that. Now these guys, if you want, you know, when you put this in an envelope, it's gonna kind of get squished. But what you could do if you wanted is you could help them out by putting a few dimensionals back here so that they kind of stay open. Now this card has been in storage in that box for the longest time, and they're pretty flat, so that's why those are staying flat like that. But all right, now to put our card on, I am a firm believer, I think you girls know I like to triple stack, double stack things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double stack the front of the card, and then I'm going to single stack the middle, and I'm going to put a little liquid glue right behind at the bumper at the back. Oh, Arliss, you made one of the cards. But you've never seen, but haven't seen pictures of them before. Oh, you've never made it. Okay, so here you go. This might be some inspiration for you to make one of these cards. So, all right, so you see what I've done. I've added a dimensional here to make it look like it's kind of coming out of the wall. I've got the back end flat, and then I've got the front end popped up. So if you look at it from that angle, you can see there's a little bit of height going on there. Now again, if you don't like to pop stuff up so much, then you could definitely just glue everything a little bit flatter. And I think what I'm gonna do on this one over here is also put a dimensional right there. And on this one as well, I'm gonna put one there and right here to help these little guys just stay down. So, all right. All right, next we have our little gears, and all I'm gonna do is, the reason that those dimensionals aren't sticking so much is because there's a lot of resistance about that paper. It just wants to fold right back. So these little gears, all I'm gonna do is use a little bit of liquid glue and attach them to the bottom right-hand corner. Just nestle them down here. And I think I'll go like that. And then the best dad ever, I'm gonna pop that up with a couple dimensionals at the top. And I think that, ooh, we have the best part to do yet. My favorite part is embellishing. Well, I like popping things up, but oh my gosh. So I don't know if you caught it on this card, but do you see the headlights? They're diamonds. So that's the best part of this card. Now, we figured out that the big ones, I think, were too big for it. So we ended up going with the medium size ones, and they were a really good size for these headlights. So these are the best kind of headlights. a little bit of bling for our Mustang here. All right, look at that. Boom. All right. All right, yay. So what do you think? I made it look kind of easy because I had a lot of the coloring done and a lot of the die cutting, but what do you think? Turned out pretty good. I love the diamonds on here for the headlights, and then the inside with it matching. Now, I wouldn't put diamonds on the inside. They're just gonna cause divots and little holes in the back of this cardstock. So I would definitely just leave them off of there. So, no, Shar, you like this card. Yay! So do you happen to have the classic garage, the geared up garage stamp set and dies? Because if not, you can still get them. They are definitely carrying over. You girls are giving me love. I love it. So, all right. So this is the card. I will do a drawing tomorrow night for, I always say that I try to do it tomorrow night, but I'll definitely give this card away either tomorrow night or the next, well, not Thursday night. I'll try to do it tomorrow night so that we're all caught up. But I do want to announce that I have a card that I made the other night. I made this one, and I've selected a winner for this card. So I'm not sure if she's watching quite yet, but the winner of this one is Patty Spurlock. Yay, Patty. I'm so happy that you are joining me. Patty she works pretty hard. And I know that she's usually working till 7:30 and catches my replays. So I have this card for her. We made that the other night. So yay, congratulations, Patty. Thanks for sharing, Naughty Nancy. Oh, Shar, you do have this set. That's awesome. Oh, so Arliss's note was to put a little bit of Wink of Stella on these lights right here. And there you go. Very good idea. I love it. All right, now, you girls want to see what I made last night? So I definitely went upstairs and I crafted. And So I'm going to show you this card in a second, but so if you remember the other night, I showed you this card, and this is for Fun Folds. So Jean and I made this, we were safer stamping together on Saturday, and so we made this card, and it's an easel card. And I didn't have this in the mix for the Fun Folds class that I have coming up. I have 3 or 4 of them actually, 3 in person and 1 virtual or online class like this. And so this wasn't in my thought process, and it's an easel card. So the card that I really had in my mindset to make was this one. But last week, I realized I didn't have Grace's Garden. And so Naughty Nancy helped a girl out, and she loaned me her Grace's Garden. And Grace's Garden is a flowery set with this little cat in it and a little bird and this little frilly foliage and stuff. So this is actually the card that I had in my head, and I am sad. I'm not sad, but I am sad because we're going to do 2 easel cards for the Fun Folds class, girls. And are you okay with that? Give me some thumbs ups and some loves, because they're both very, like, if you look, they look both very different, but yet they are the same type of fold. And I had this one in my thought process, and then this is the one that we just couldn't help make. So it's cool. It looks like an open book, and this is some of the new designer series paper that's available. And so I've got that back here and back here. And I have never used Grace's Garden before. Obviously, I don't own it. So I had it in my list of we need to showcase this bundle, and it's carrying over to the new catalog. So, okay, so you girls love it. So, and you're okay with that? We're going to do 2 easel cards. I hope so, because I don't want to I do have to make one more Fun Fold, but I don't have to make a new one. So this is fun, right? Okay, so these are coming up for Fun Fold. So you girls need to RSVP early. The first Fun Folds class is already filled up. So that's next week, Wednesday. I have 8 people signed up. So if you want to get into one of the other ones, you better let me know soon. I have a feeling they will fill up. So, it does. It has relax written all over it. So does this not make you feel like you need to go outside and sit on a chair and read a book while your cat watches you and the birds are singing and the flowers smell great, right? That's what that card does for me. So, and this one I made too. So this one isn't for a class, but I am part of a swap group, and I needed to get the ball rolling on some swaps that I'm doing. And so this is some of the Ornate Garden paper and a die from the Ornate Garden, and it's hard to see it, but it's the brass. It's the new brass foil paper. And I've got some crushed curry. No, they're bumblebee. This is the new color. It's new bumblebee, the daisies, and then some of the foliage from the greenery. And then this is a new, it's really hard to see it, but it's a new embossing folder. And so stitched squares. So, Angela, another stitched. so yes. So this is for a little baby bow here. So this is for a swap card, but I wanted to show it to you so that you can see I was really productive last night. So, okay. All right. So last but not least for tonight. Oh yes, Fun Folds class. So for the lots of my classes that I have, all my core classes, the monthly and the bundle, and for the Fun Folds and the launch party, I'll be doing in-person events and also the online events. And you can come and join me in person, or if you can't make it on the night of a class, or if you're not local, you can still RSVP if you want a set of kits, or if you want the completed cards. And they'll be free with an order or the minimum fee of usually $12 or $15. It just depends on how many cards are in the class. So yes, I have the Fun Folds live, I think not the 28th, but like June 4th maybe. If that's a Thursday, it would be June 4th. So yes, Angela, you can definitely do the Fun Folds online. So, all right, let's flip this back. So I want to give some love out to my team. And so I'm doing a team swap party, and you could sign up for a set of your choice from a list, and you'll make 2 cards from it. So I had Dawn Domke, Michelle Heim, Wendy Kruger, Diane Bogenhagen, Cheryl Taylor, and Angela Tucker. We had Kathy Jackson and Melissa Madsen. So one of you girls, I know some of you are watching, so some of you girls, or so one of you girls is going to win a half off marker set. So yeah, I know that I had a lot of sad girls on my team when they didn't get to win. So I closed another workshop today, and I thought I might as well give out another half off marker to somebody on my team this time. So, all right, girls, just to go to show you, I love my team so much, and I love having them be a part of me and my team, and I love to share the love. That was a lot of loves, L-O-V-E, love. All right, so drum roll, girls. Who feels lucky? Who's going to be the winner chicken dinner? All right, I need to hear some likes and loves. Give me some thumbs up. All right, I'm shutting my eyes. Look, I'm shutting my eyes. And then now I'm going to show, and this is the one that's going to win. Okay, who is it? Kathy Jackson. You are one lucky girl. Kathy literally signed up for this swap like 10 minutes before I went live, and she got lucky. So you know what I'm gonna do? I am actually gonna give away 2 half off marker sets. So, because I am sharing more love because I'm so excited about today. So here you go, girls, one more. All right, one more. And the winner is this one right here. Wendy Kruger. Yay, Wendy! So congratulations. You are the lucky winner of a half off marker. So yay, sorry for the girls that didn't win, but yay to the people that did win. So, all right, girls, we'll be live tomorrow night at 6 for the swap card showcase, and we're gonna go through the rest of the boxes of cards. So I hope that you girls have a great rest of your night, and guys that are watching, and sunshine and happiness to you. Yay, Wendy's on here, yay. All right, girls, we'll see you later. Bye.